Hey, what's going on, guys? So I've been wanting to do a video where I'm actually talking face to face with the camera for a long time now about the surgery that has utterly destroyed my life and causes me incomprehensible levels of nightmarish pain every single day. It's incredibly difficult for me to talk about this on camera face to face. Usually when I do videos and voiceovers, it's much easier because I can kind of write a script and edit things together. When I'm on camera talking about this, it's very difficult because of the level of pain that I'm dealing with at every single second of every single day. The surgery I had, ETS for hyperhidrosis of the palms, endoscopic thoracic sympathectomy. They cut my T1 and T2 nerves in the sympathetic chain. The surgery is sold to patients as being relatively low risk and minimal in its side effects. Usually the side effects that are disclosed are compensatory sweating, with sweating on other parts of the body, and usually the doctors, what they say is, oh, it's a worthwhile trade-off compared to the hyperhidrosis that you had before the surgery. But what happened to me as a result of the surgery, and what's happening to thousands of people all over the world, so what I have is overheating of my head pretty much 95% of the time at the point above the surgery. My skin literally does not produce almost any sweat at all, very little. I cannot form goosebumps above the point of surgery, meaning that the micro level skin adaptation, which is controlled by the autonomic nervous system, is basically completely paralyzed. So my skin on my face feels like it's like burning. A lot of the time I feel like I'm constantly overheating, even in like cool weather or AC. Like I can feel like I'm overheating even like in the cold. It's absolutely insane. Everything below the point of surgery is hyperactive and trying to compensate for my chronically overheating head. So it's cold and clammy and burning cold most of the time. My feet feel like they're burning cold all day, every single day. So I'm literally overheating and too cold at the same time. 100 times a day, I literally go from being overheating to cold. I have to take my shirt on and off constantly throughout the day. I wear jogger shorts like 90% of the time. Incredibly lightweight jogger shorts because my skin all over my body feels like it can't even breathe. Whatever mechanism that controls the skin's ability to adapt is completely distorted because of the mutilation of the sympathetic chain, which this surgery does. It's absolutely insane. I have to take 2 to 3 shower or baths a day just to attempt to wash the agonizing nerve pain off of my skin and out of my body in order to cope. And it really hardly even works. I'm in chronic excruciating pain over my entire body, like 99% of the day, every single day of my life. See, it's like I stumble over my words when I'm talking about this because I can feel chronic unbearable nerve pain at the center of my chest where my thoracic spine is, exactly where the surgery took place. It's like my nervous system is perpetually confused. It's completely broken my ability to process stress effectively. The sympathetic chain and the sympathetic nervous system is designed to regulate stress. It is literally what the fight or flight response is. That's how the mind and the body are connected through the autonomic nervous system. It literally tells you how you are feeling, whether it's safe to rest and digest into the parasympathetic system and relax, or you have to fight or flight or freeze in a state where you're engaging in stress, where you have to accomplish a task, or like you're running from an animal in the wild, or you have to do something in order to change your internal state. Stress is a motivating factor. It's also connected to the pain networks. The sympathetic nervous system informs the peripheral nervous system for how to interpret the nerve signals that it's experiencing. I have extreme insomnia because of how uncomfortable I feel in my body, like all the time. I just lay there at night and I'm unable to relax and feel comfortable in my own body because the autonomic signals are just going completely haywire. I go from extreme excruciating pain in my chest to like a feeling of just like numbness, to where I feel disassociated from the core of my body. The sympathetic chain is called the sympathetic chain because a chain works as one unit. Yes, there's individual nerves that do specific functions, but a chain works together. Like a chain is only strong as its weakest link. So severing nerves within a chain affects the entire system up and down the spine. In meditation and like acupuncture and stuff, the health of the spine and the energy that goes up and down the spine or the chakras or whatever is very important. This surgery is like the complete destruction of the normal flow of energy up and down the spine and on the skin. Meditation is designed to get you to have a parasympathetic, relaxed, healthy state of energy flowing up and down your spine. This surgery completely disrupts that. It makes you feel extreme, incomprehensible discomfort 24 hours a day, every single day. It's literally perpetual torture. It's inconceivable. It's hard to even talk about this. I get so scattered because it's like, it's hard to even put into words what the surgery does to people. It's against my nature to share the pain that I deal with to other people. Like I don't feel comfortable doing it really. Like I have to force myself with 110% of my willpower in order to even film this video. But I'm doing so because the stories of what's happening to people, including myself, needs to be out there. There needs to be investigations. There needs to be journalism done on this. There needs to be more in-depth studies, even though there was an autonomic nervous system specialist, Dr. Goldstein, who has studied sympathectomies and ETS and has verified every single one of these effects, life-destroying effects. I don't call them side effects, I just call them effects. But I don't understand how they continue to advertise this to people as being a safe procedure. I'm dependent on kratom. I take incomprehensible levels of kratom every single day, which is like a herbal painkiller type thing that acts as an opiate. I literally live in a prison cell of my own body. I cannot feel the emotions of excitement. I can't feel the fight or flight response inside my chest. It's just like a frozen knot, a frozen paralyzed knot of just nothingness, where I should feel the excitement for life and emotions like happiness, excitement, and joy inside my body. I can still conceptualize those ideas in my brain. Thoughts become real through the feeling of the body, and the feeling of the body takes place through the autonomic nervous system. So this procedure is literally a lobotomy of the body and the range of emotions connected with the sympathetic nervous system. It also disrupts the parasympathetic nervous system because the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system work like yin and yang. And sometimes you have to process out stress in order to relax. If you go and you have like a really good stressful workout and push yourself, then later after that, you're able to relax and calm down. My inability to process stress and thermoregulation normally makes it to where I'm never able to relax and feel comfortable and feel peace and rest and digest in my own body. It's like your body's split into two, doing two things at once at all time. Never feeling comfortable in your own skin, never feeling a sense of satisfaction or relief after accomplishing a task because your nervous system isn't interpreting the signals from what you're doing correctly. It's literally one of the worst things that can be done to people. If I could go back in time, I would literally rather cut off my legs. And that's coming from somebody who was a skateboarder, as you see, because at least I could feel a sense of peace and relaxation inside my body. At least I could enjoy the sunlight on my skin. But now every single thing I do, I have to worry about how bad I'm going to feel, whether it's cold or hot, because my skin literally does not adapt to temperature changes. It's slowly killing me. It's one of the slowest forms of torture and death you could possibly conceive. And I hate saying this on camera. I really hate speaking this out loud because it's like, it's so terrible and depressing, and who wants to listen to that? I'd rather be like, an entertaining YouTuber, like going out doing funny interviews or doing pranks or whatever. In a parallel reality, I would just be doing like normal YouTube videos. I feel so bad all the time. I'm unable to do anything I really want to do. I live like a bubble boy. I'm inside 95% of the time. I can barely leave my house because I'm chronically exhausted 24 hours a day. I can't even believe it's possible to feel this much pain without literally dying. That's how bad this is. It's totally criminal what these doctors are getting away with. I guarantee within the next 5 to 10 years, if not sooner, there will come a point where this surgery is banned worldwide. The surgery's already been banned in Sweden, just to let you know. Where the surgery was invented was Sweden, and it's banned in Sweden. So if it could be banned in Sweden, it can be banned in other places. The risk to reward for any benefits people are getting out of this surgery that don't have their lives destroyed is vastly, vastly, vastly outweighed by the life destruction that it does to many people. If I could go back in time and I had the option of cutting off my own legs or doing the surgery, I'd rather cut off my legs. There needs to be documentaries made on this. There needs to be deep investigative journalism done on this. This needs to be documented. Yeah, I was a 17-year-old insecure, naive kid that had the surgery sold to them as a quick fix for my insecurities. The doctor did not disclose really any of these life-devastating side effects to me at all. It is medical fraud. The fact they do not show the thermal imaging pictures to people and say that it can completely destroy the thermoregulation function of your skin, which will leave you in incomprehensible levels of chronic pain every single day. It is medical fraud. If you disagree with me, fuck you. They're committing medical fraud and advertising fraud and destroying people's lives on levels that you cannot even fathom. I cannot put into words how bad this shit is. It's impossible for me to over exaggerate. I lay in bed 80% of the day. I have extreme chronic nerve pain over my entire body. My legs and lower half is burning cold most of the time, and my head is on fire. I have no sense of relief a single second of the day. I have extreme ADD because of this, because my body's constantly signaling the fight or flight response, like get up and do something, change something. So it's really hard for me to watch TV or watch shows or like do anything for any duration of time because my body is constantly uncomfortable, and the discomfort of the body is designed to signal you to change your environment or change what you're doing. But if those signals are going completely haywire, even when you want to relax, when you want to be still and engage in something, that causes like a psychophysiological chronic ADD because of how uncomfortable you are in your own body. It's made relationships with women and even friends like almost impossible. Yeah, I'll still talk to people online and see people maybe like once a month, if that. But like dating and all of that, like despite being 6'4" on the better looking side and articulate and intelligent, within the span of dealing with this over a decade, I've had one girl where I talked to for 6 months and then actually dated and became real for a short period of time at the end, but it was completely unsustainable because of the extreme pain and fatigue I deal with every single day, and people pick up on that. When you engage with people, you mirror each other's nervous systems. So it's like, even if I'm able to hide what I'm feeling, people like subconsciously or through like their nervous system picking up on the energy of it, like they can feel the incomprehensible pain that I deal with. It's literally like Hellraiser cube type shit. It's actual perpetual torture. Even right now when I'm talking to the camera, like it's hard for me to sit in this chair for a period of time because my lower back right now feels like it's burning cold, like with that wind chill sensation, like that burning clamminess that you get that is very uncomfortable. How you would feel like after hiking up a mountain for like 2 hours and going to a complete exhaustion. I feel like that just folding the laundry or trying to record a YouTube video documenting this. That's how I feel. I feel like I've been shot in the chest and the hole in my chest is filled with concrete and razor blades every single day. If someone were to experience how my body feels, they would probably start screaming at the top of their lungs after like a few minutes and call 911 after like an hour. It's like having a form of thermoregulatory Parkinson's disease. I get some sense of relief when I can just like play like a dead animal and just float there in water in like a pool or in the bathtub and just completely disassociate from my body entirely. And just, that's the only small sense of relief I get. And a lot of times that doesn't even work because my system is so perpetually traumatized. And I feel like this video is just total shit. I'm totally like scattered and all over the place, and I just sound... It sounds like a psychological thing to a degree, but like the surgery is like a lobotomy. It severs the connection, the autonomic connection from how you feel in your mind, the emotions you feel in your mind, and how they are experienced in the body. The expressions, oh, I got cold feet, or don't sweat it, or you warm my heart, or I have butterflies in my stomach. All of those functions are a result of a functioning autonomic nervous system. So imagine disrupting all of those autonomic signals or automatic signals for how you experience life in your body and how your body is connected to your mind.